Hello. Hello. Hello, Lord Vermeer. And John Jackson already dehydrating me. It's like, hello? Hello? What? Hey, we're doing this pretty early on, aren't we? Wake me up. Wake me up in the side. Come on, VTube. Come on, buddy. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Am I muted? It shows audio coming through. Machnologia, you're pulling goofs. You're memeing. Red Widow, you're not kind. You're just a not kind person. How could you do this to me? I hope you have a nice day. Oh, okay. Just think it's going somewhere else, you know? You just don't know where things are gonna go. Alright, hold on. My laptop is exploding. Did you guys hear about that? I posted about it on Twitter. The situation has been dealt with. I wouldn't say solved. The only here for a little bit. Hey, Bakan! How's it going? I hate when things explode. I'm not a fan either. Candace Super be any cuter? Oh, you're adorable. Machnologia. Wow, you are just adorable. Thank you. Anyways, my laptop started busting at the seams, and I was like, well, that can't be good. And the battery was just all the way expanding. So I removed the battery. So my laptop is currently on life support. And, like, I can use it and stuff. It's just not great. So I don't really... That's a bummer, because that's where I do music production, and I was producing a new beat, and it was sounding real nice. And I guess I can still produce it, but I can't take it off the charger now. No, I wasn't joking, like, legitimately. My laptop is exploding. Well, it's not anymore. We've removed it's on life support now. Anyways, thinking about maybe, like, scheduling, like, a donathon. To get a new laptop or something, because that's an expense that I don't really want to have. It's one that was kind of unexpected, and I'm upset. And I want to produce music without having to worry about accidentally bumping my laptop cord and having the whole thing shut down. So that's just a bit of a bummer. But you know what? We carry on. That's what's been happening in my life. Anyways, I'm drawing, right? Okay. There we go. I've drawn this picture of me. I don't know if I showed you guys this yet. I don't know if I did. Or like the progress of it or anything. So we're just gonna work on this a little bit more. Originally my thought was that I would have RJ like on her bed, right? And there'd be like blankets and stuff, and then there'd be like a windowsill. But then I drew shoes on her, and I was like, oh, well, I'm not gonna undraw the shoes. So Sunny Hinode was like, draw her leaning up next to her bed. I'm like, that's pretty good. Because frick, I'm not gonna draw toes. Can't give you guys the satisfaction of toes. Also, perspective is really hard. I feel like this just doesn't look good. I don't know. We're gonna deal with it. Hello, car. Goodbye. When I was in high school, some kid got in my gym locker and tried throwing my bag in a ceiling hole where the panel had busted. It came straight down and smashed my mom's laptop, and I've been learning production on... Oh, no. Computer trouble is the worst thing ever. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, battery's one thing, right? I can just replace the battery, but it's been giving me other troubles as well. Like, sometimes it won't turn on. So I think, yeah, it's like 10 years old. I think maybe it's time to get a new laptop. Which is a bummer. But, I've been, you know, and I suppose this period of life that I'm in, I've been slowly upgrading all of my old things into new things with quality that will last me longer. And my laptop is one of the last items, like the one survivor of my like cheap used items. So yeah, it's time to put her down, I think. Which is a bummer because I want to produce music. All right, we're gonna you see, this is the problem when you don't lay down your perspective grids before you start drawing a pose, because now I'm gonna struggle to draw this, like, it's fine. This is fine. So, okay, so let's take a look at this perspective here. I also want you to produce music. This is a disaster. I know! And I was really excited about this song too. Well, I have, okay, so currently, let's look at the checklist really quick. Currently, I am working on 3 songs, and these songs are all me having, I sing in all of them. First one is a cover, second one is an original, and this third one that I just started is also an original. I'm most excited for the third one. The first cover one was kind of a test to see how I would go about singing a cover, or singing at all and recording it and mixing and stuff. Second one was an original song test to see how well I could do or produce an original song on my own. And the third one is a song that I've had in my brain for a while, but I didn't let myself produce it because I didn't think I was good enough. But then I produced this other song, the second one, and I'm like, screw it, I feel like I can do it. And I feel like it's coming along real nicely. So, anyways, none of those songs are finished, so maybe I should stop making songs and not finishing them. Well, here's the issue. I have all the songs, like, I have the mixes for all the songs, and, like, the production side of the music is all done. I just hate vocals. I hate mixing vocals. And I hate, like, listening to my own vocals. So I'm getting real sick and tired of working on these songs, because I'm in that last step of, well, I guess, like, I probably should master them too. But I'm basically in this last step of, like, wow, I need to finish mixing these vocals. And then it's also like a game of, like, should I do an ad-lib there? Should I do vocal doubles? And I just don't have enough experience mixing vocals to know where this crap should go. I just hate mixing vocals. It's just not fun. I prefer chords. I prefer making fun beats. And I like singing, but I think I might just, like, pay someone to mix for me. But yeah, those are my woes. I don't know, can we, like... So let's say... No, that's not good. Okay. How do I get a good gauge of perspective? Okay, so let's do one line here, right? Above the shoes. I shouldn't actually, because I'll have made many mistakes with, like, perspective on the body. I'm just gonna wing it. I think that's gonna look better. I've never actually gone in depth in working in audio. Is it fun? I can only, frankly, I don't think I'm very good at it when especially, like, sound design stuff. If you want to talk about, like sound engineering, you should ask Red Widow, though. He's quite knowledgeable, but I can talk about music theory. Probably won't be too tough to figure out the mix details once you've got everything else worked out. And there are plenty of free or cheap tools you can use to mix vocals in cool or unique ways. Yeah! I've been using a vocoder for the one original song that I'm working on. For, like, one of the... Oh, that's not my straight line tool. What's happening here? For one of the, Hold on, I'm trying to figure out... I think it's Ovox. I got it on a deal, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think I need to figure out how to use vocoders correctly, though. No, I think it should be... let me search actually really quick. I want to make sure it's Ovox. Yeah, from Waves. Yeah, this looks correct. Yeah, so I'm using Ovox. Alright, Bakan, thanks for stopping by. Jacket Flaps on your way out. Vocoders are dope and I love them. You can even use them for growls and basses. Ooh. Yeah. I really like the effects that they do. I think I don't use it properly. Well, so I've been using, You know what's annoying? Every single time I go to look up a music production tutorial, okay, we're just gonna say that those are like good enough. Okay, cool. Whenever I go to look up a music production tutorial, everyone's like, okay, lay down these synths, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, now grab all these stock FL plugins, and I'm like, okay, screw you, and I click out. They're like, use the Fruity Loop plugin, this, and that, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, screw that, because whatever. I'm a real musician, and I learned on GarageBand. I'm not gonna take it back. If you, as a young child, felt music deep in your soul, and you just didn't have, you started with GarageBand, and then you level up to Logic Pro, you're not a real musician. If that's not how you're starting. Where's my ruler? Gosh, okay. Anyways, I'm sick of all these FL Studios. I just use Logic Pro. I know nothing about GarageBand, but I can probably help with vocoders. It isn't too tough to do the routing. Yeah, and I've gotten, like, I'm able to... I'm sure this is absolutely riveting, like, subject matter for everyone else in chat. Whatever. I want this to be... Well, why would you hit me? Oh, it's Sin! Hey! Frick! How are you doing? I pretended not to be offended as an FL user. Well, you know what? I mean, it's cool, right? As a Logic Pro user, I just, like... It's cool that I'm a Logic Pro user. I'll just have to deal with the fact that I'll never ever be able to collaborate with anyone ever. How you doing, Sin? How- Frick, why does this keep happening to me? Just stop. Okay. I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into making these lines match exactly these lines that I already just, like, improvised. Okay, there's my perspective grid. And the bed would be going like that. How high are beds? My bed's a little strange. No, this is fine. Frick! Okay. I would like to add a vanishing point. No, I mean, I would like to add a guide. My bad. No, okay. A bed is like, okay, so if... I am doing okay. I'm a little tired today. I just ate a weird donut. That's how things are going. Okay, so if this line is the bed, you guys can't see my... If this line, or this line is like the, where the bed meets the floor, right? So how tall are beds, roughly? I don't know, like 2 feet tall? Thinking about this, I'm looking at my bed. My bed, well, my bed's a little short, because my bed's actually, the frame isn't actually a bed frame, it's like a sofa. Yeah, it's this, like, I never seen this before, it was a gift. But they're these, like... Korean, like, donuts that are like... Nash, why you come in here and drop these phrases? It's this Korean donut that's based off of this, like... Hi, Kano! It's based off of this, like, Korean traditional cookie thing. They're very buttery, but they taste very good. A fun fact! Frick, why do I always leave that on? I'm never ready. Did you know that some dolphins can dive to depths of 200 meters? Okay, so let's say, like, okay, so, floor. Stop with the fun facts! Did you know that, if you intend on raising jellyfish, that the tank has to have rounded corners and a constant flow, or else the jellyfish will just fall apart. So, like, if the bed's right here, it'd be like a shoulder level at this point, yeah? That seems decent, okay. Does that seem correct? Where do I, okay, so I guess the eye line would be about right here. This is what I get for improvising perspective. Yeah. Wait, which one? About the dolphins or the jellyfish? Okay, give me another perspective guide. Yeah! Okay, I'll use her booty as a reference. Okay, and then like her shoes as another reference? Frick, why does this always happen to me? It just like let me zoom out of my canvas, but it's like no, let's add a perspective line. Okay, so there's that. Where's another like point of perspective on this axis? I guess it would be the shoes, but I don't think I did them properly. Is it true that normal fishes shouldn't have a round fish tank because they can get confused and die? I don't know about that. I only have knowledge on jellyfish. I feel like that vanishing point... I don't know, maybe here. Oh, but then these two should have the same eye line. So it'd be like here. Where it's snapping. Did I... Okay, good. Alright, let's take a look at this. Is that the eye line? Why is the eye line crooked? Gosh, perspective is weird. Yeah, I did hear about the Clip Studio thing. It's a bummer. But I'll be able to use this version, right? For forever. For free? Well, not for free. Because I paid for it, actually. Can you believe that? I did my one-time purchase, and now I own it, right? But I don't know. I'm pretty happy with all the features on this version. I think I can live with no new updates after this. And then I'll use Psy. Yeah, did Snarky talk about it? Speaking of unfinished projects and that thing you showed me a few months ago, I was messing around with it for master. Hey, do you want the whole thing, Red Widow? Do you want the whole thing for mixing and mastering practice? I can give you my vocals even. And then we can call it a finished project. Cause frick, I'm tired. I want it to be done, and then I have to think of a music video for it. Or I gotta figure out how I'm gonna go about doing that. Hey Saras, how are you doing? Alright, let's plan out a bed. So... where should the eye line be? Where is the eye line? Gosh, I'm confused. What if I just raised it all? So the eye line was about right here. I don't know how much has changed since the version you sent me, but it's not too different, I think. And then there's the converge right there. Gosh, I don't understand perspective. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna improvise a bunch of lines, and you guys are gonna deal with it. So let's say the bed is here. No, that's not. Ah! The lines are too small for me to see what's happening. I need to make my brush size bigger. There, I can see that. Okay. So I'm clearly at an angle. Okay, the bed can go like that. We'll say the end of the bed is here. We can even put a wall right here. I feel like, okay, if I planned out my perspective beforehand, this would not be this difficult. Wall goes off like this. Maybe even a little bit more shallow. And then the bed, it's simple 2-point perspective. We're not adding a third point in here. Bed goes like, woo, haha, I'm a bed. Right? Yeah. And then another wall. We're just figuring out. It kind of looks like she's next to a bathtub. Plans are for exactly. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength about this. And then we're gonna even put like a little window here, right? Hey RJ, what does a window look like? Do I wanna... Sure, okay, that's a window. And I'll like put a poster crap on the wall. Honestly, I don't have any, like, wall decorations at all in my room. My room is frankly barren. I just don't have time. I don't have the energy to put up the posters and things. I do have a little shelf though for, I don't know, just the sheer mass of pop dolls I have for whatever reason. People just kept giving them to me as gifts. Cause they're like, oh RJ, she's a nerd. She'll like this pop doll of this thing she likes. And I'm like, stop giving me pop dolls! Gosh, I have so many pop dolls! Frick, I'm so tired of the pop dolls! Do any of you guys have this problem? Leave a comment down below. I built my first Gundam model very recently. He had transparent pieces and he's sparkly. Yeah, you see? I'm not alone. Yeah, also on this nerd shelf of just too many pop dolls stands my Gundam model that I built, and I love him, and he's just tall, and I can rotate the parts. In school, my friends used to give me all of their egg rolls because I loved them, and other people didn't. Then I would get to, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the horror. Then I also have a KDA light stick. KDA being the League of Legends K-pop group. I got a light stick from them because I don't actually... I like the idea of light sticks a lot. I like idol merch. But there's not really a lot of idol groups that I like a lot. But I really like KDA. Sugi actually got that one for me, and I love it. And what else do I have up there? Oh, I have this, so there's a K-pop group called NCT. And I have, it's like a little water bottle looking thing that says, like, NTC, or NCT apple juice. Because I went to, there's a place in Korea where you can look at all the famous, or it's like a little K-pop museum, kinda. And they were selling K-pop apple juice. So I'm like, that's stupid and I need it. So now I have a K-pop apple juice bottle. But yeah, my walls are pretty barren. I kind of want to throw, I could plop the coat draped over the bed. Because I didn't draw myself with the coat, because I'm sick of drawing myself with my stupid coat. It's like, I have to choose either the headphones or the coat. I can't do both anymore. I can't do it. Ah! Oh, and I have my IKEA bucket hat hanging on my wall as well. I still need to draw a picture of myself in it. I hate being an artist because I just have to be in charge of drawing all the pictures. Screw that. I don't get paid enough. Okay, so that's a decent structure for a room, yeah? Okay. Does it fit? I feel like the perspective isn't forced enough, though. So here's what we're gonna do. The Casper slide part 2. Yeah, I figured that would screw something up. Yeah, because now this perspective is all in disarray. We're just gonna delete this right now. He's ruining everything. That looks better, I think. That makes more sense. But now you won't be able to see the top of the bed. But that's fine. Should I give myself the same dumb-looking sofa bed that I have now? Maybe I should pretend like I have a better bed than that. I don't know, what beds do people have? I kind of like... They're these, like, really simple bed frames where it's literally just, like, the lower piece and then, like, just the little stands underneath and you throw a mattress on it. I had one of those, and I was super happy with it because it wasn't so much, you know? And then it was taken from me. You got a cardboard box? Oh, Sin. Oh, Sin, why? Sin, have you been streaming lately? I feel like I haven't seen you streaming as much. You don't have to go into details, but I'm just wondering. Because I like going to your streams. Sin! No! That means I have to do extra zoom-ins to make up for it. Look what you've done. Look, I have a new toggle now. I can get real little. Yeah, I missed your streams. I hope I see you streaming again soon. Yeah, I can't wait. No, I need to redo. Except that. That was bad. Yeah, I like the little one, right? I was thinking about that. I have one that where I grow. No, yeah, go for it. But I was like, if I have like an embarrassing moment, I just gotta be like, I'm sorry. Right? Right? Oh, hello, car. Thank you for doing that real loud next to my room. Alright, okay, alright. Okay. Alright, okay. RJ shrinks into a corn cob. Goodbye. Can I have a toggle where I just like slowly get smaller? Actually, hold on. I might be able to mess with that. One second. I gotta check this out. Actually, I think it's okay if you see this. I don't think this is gonna mess with anything. Look, it's VTube Studio. Meh. So what if I go in here and I change my settings and I have it be like 5 seconds instead of 0.5. It can only go up to 2? Excuse me? There's a max of 2, so what if I just like... I'm sorry. No, I wish it was like 5 seconds though. Oh, that's like still a bit short. But if I'm like here, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry! How small can I shrink? Well, let's check it out. Okay. I can be this little. Nice. No, I feel like, okay, if the zoom in isn't gonna be that, like, that slow, then I don't want it at all. I don't want it to be, I want it to be like... Oh wait, what if I just do like... What if it's just like that? So I do this, right? And then I'm just like... I kinda like that, actually. It's like, hey gang! Thinking of a toggle where you just shrink into nothingness. Yeah, that's what I want, but it doesn't go slow enough. If it was like 5 or 10 seconds long, right? That's like ridiculously slow. That would be really funny. But I like it actually just being a... I like this one being the zoom. This is good, but I like the little just one being... Okay, anyways. Back to my dumb art. Alright, let's make perspective out of this. Okay, so I can use this and the butt as a reference point. Very good. Okay. Oh, but we'll want to probably on the same horizon line. Add vanishing point. Perfect. Okay. Okay, that seems correct. We're gonna add another one. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna add it first with the butt, because that's our more firm reference point. Sorry for saying firm. There we go. And then if I did this, and then, okay, that's pretty good, actually. I'm content. And then we need, like... infinitize. What does that mean? If I add a guide, can I just go like this? No, I guess I have to... Okay, that's fine. So if I wanted to, like, make a poster, right? Like... Oh, actually, the window would be... on this line. Wait, no. I'm confused. Gosh, perspective is really tricky. No, it would be on this one. Okay. Yes. And then the posters would be on this line. Okay, so if I wanted to, like, draw a poster like this. Well, hold on. I want it to be, like, maybe this slow. No, maybe, like, this high. Okay. So all the posters follow that line. The window follows this one. Okay, very good. Now we're gonna draw all this in. I'm gonna make this white, actually, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Now we're gonna draw everything in with fixed perspective. Roughly. And there's a line going up. Window. There we go. Windows to the walls. That's all I had anyway, so that's fine. Alright, now if I had this, it just looks straighter, it doesn't necessarily look better. Let's like... okay, hold on. So, no, poster should be like... I don't even know what's gonna be on the poster. Actually, I could ask for, like, art from, like, creativity people. And be like, I want a poster of your art. That'd be fun. Or I could do, like, my magazine covers that I never finished. So guess we're not doing the magazine colors. Hello, Wolfric! Jack and Flap, how are you? I haven't been Jack and Flapping for people. I just been forgetting. Alright, there's that. Where's my snap eraser? Does this only follow perspective? What the hey? That's not what I want. No, thank you. Doing alright? What of yourself? How's the jet lag recovery? I'm, like, almost normal. As of today, I woke up at, like, 8 a.m. and I'm like, that's good. We're gonna call that good. Good and normal. Okay, so let's say bed starts like here. And then, well, it's kind of a little bed. Okay, we're getting real short bed legs. And then we gotta make them 3D, right? We gotta make them 3D. Yeah, I'm almost normal now. And then, like... yeah, and then a mattress would go, like, here, right? And this is essentially what my old bed frame looked like. And I'm like, that's good, nice and minimal. And then it was just given to someone else. But that's fine. I'm not bitter. Now I just have a weird metal sofa frame. Alright, how's that? It's like a bit like a bedroom, I guess. Here's a little secret, you guys. I suck at interior design. Oh, I need to finish this line. And I'll redo it all whenever I do line art. Like, officially, so it doesn't matter if things don't, like, properly line up. That's pretty close. Okay. And then I gotta draw, like, posters and things. And the poster, I guess, would be following this line, which is crazy. But that's correct, okay. I think maybe I need to move that vanishing point, like, out farther. Because it's... Well, no, because it's getting... Ah, frick. Perspective is hard! Because then, like, okay, so the... Yeah, so the top of the bed is really getting obscured. Because that's where it would be. It'd be this thing. We'll end up going off like that. Yeah, well, if I had planned this out at all before I just went into it, maybe things would be better. Do people put rugs on carpet? No, maybe I'm gonna do hardwood flooring. That's better. That looks nicer. We're gonna pretend like my floor in my room is hardwood. Alright, let's see. We'll attempt posters. That's like really... Is that really the perspective that's happening? Does that look normal? Maybe it does look normal. Maybe I'm just the one freaking out for no reason. Maybe you have a pair of thin carpet. Wasn't it like a 70s thing or something? Like 90s maybe? Putting rugs on carpet? Wild. Is the bed too little? Let's compare with RJ. Here, actually, let's, gonna do something a little wild right now. Gonna go in here. How will RJ get up on such a tall bed? You think it's a tall bed? Also, who are you calling little? I'm like 7 feet tall. I jumped real high. I'm real good at jumping. Not even like a unit of measurement, you were just 4 tall? Well, in that case, I am 4 tall in my world. Is very tall, so, thank you. I'm rubber and you're glue, that's what they say! Hello, Zimba, how are you? It's going okay. Slightly lethargic. But we carry on. We press forward. Would this be... That's... negative space, right? We can also get a good look at, the silhouette now. Forgot to add in the microphone. I'll do that later, though. And I'm not gonna color in the pillow. I think I'm gonna delete it, actually. Because this was supposed to be on a bed. But then I drew shoes. And I'm not gonna undraw the shoes. Did you guys see my face your art thing? I found 9 pictures of mine. Do you know how hard it was for me to find 9 finished pictures? I was really disappointed in myself. I thought I had at least drawn 9. You could actually, if you like look at it, it's like you can tell like a lot of those aren't like full illustrations even. There's like 3 of, or actually maybe 4 that are actual illustrations. So in like the past like 2 years, well, I've done 4 illustrations that I'm still like okay putting up in my, I guess, portfolio. Because there were a lot of the earlier ones too when I was trying to find my anime art style. And I'm just not proud of those ones at all. I'm glad that you liked it. It's a fun challenge to do. I just don't draw 9 pictures anymore. Not like I used to. I used to draw all the time. Well, I mean, I still draw all the time, but I don't, like, finish anything anymore. And I think it's because my standards went up, I guess, for what I consider, like, a worthy drawing of posting. And realistically, it's probably, I can probably lower them a little bit. But it's more of, like, my, I'm trying to look professional arc. Trying to post less, like, things that don't really have any composition. And more stuff that looks good. Yeah, it's interesting, it's fun. I've also decided, like, not like officially, I guess, I'm gonna, like, start doing more art streams. More than, like, video game streams. Just because, frankly, I have a lot of things that I've been trying to work on. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do more art. Like, more arts, not like, as in I'm going to be doing less video game streams. I'm gonna put more of a focus into, yeah, my, like, art content. On Twitch, at least. And then Twitter will be mostly for commissions, and then hopefully I'm gonna start getting music content out. That's the plan. But yeah, I'll still do video games and stuff when I feel like it. But, art's gonna be most of my content now. On Twitch, at least. What the hey? Oh, that's right, because I changed it. There, okay. Gonna... Yeah, I don't want to see this right now. Okay. Oh, I feel like the perspective is just not correct still. It does help to see it a little bit more. I feel like it needs to be... It's really hard to tell. I got India because of art streams, and art content is something I find relaxing. So, if you make it, if I'm awake, I'll... Yeah. It's something I just want to experiment with a little bit more. I feel like I should probably be leaned up against the wall, right? So I'm gonna mess with the perspective grids a little bit more. This is why we plan ahead. How do I... Wait, fix vanishing point. Then what if I... Hey! Sin, thank you for the sub! Yo, Jacket Flaps! I appreciate it! Any more points to throw stuff after you? Oh, is that why? So if I fix that vanishing point, then I go like this. No, it's not staying. What's the point of fixing a vanishing point? What does that do? Infinitize. What does that mean? I don't know what that means! Why didn't the pelt work? What? What the? Why isn't it- what? Why didn't it work? Hello? What the hey? I'm sorry? No, not- we're not quitting. I'm sorry, I'll do some manual pelts. I don't know why. I simply just don't know. What does this mean? Oh, you do. Oh, thanks for stopping by, though, Sin. Jacket Flaps. Hope to see you streaming and everything again soon. Yeah. Now I'm gonna continue to suffer with perspective. What if I just like? And I took this and I moved it all this way. Just went like this. So I'm leaning up against the wall now. I feel like things aren't getting close enough. I'm not really playing with the perspective like I should be. Ah. I'm annoyed. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hide this first of all. Okay, new canvas. Gonna take this. Why so little? Alright, now we've got room to work with. You can see the shoe over here. That was unintentional. Okay. So now it's looking real perspective-y. So I'm gonna... Oh, there's a note sheet. I forgot about that. Turn off the white layer. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. The Casper slide part 2. I'm gonna stop doing that. Gonna dip and eat something? No problem. This is also my punishment for just drawing too big. Or like drawing too close up, rather. I think that looks maybe better. No. Maybe that looks better? No. Ah! Perspective. I know you guys can barely see what's happening. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix this. Okay, so I feel like my main issue right now, these shoes aren't like in line with the rest of the perspective, so it's really throwing things off. So I'm just gonna... No, that was too big. Okay. And like, this shoe doesn't even really exist. We're gonna ignore him. I thought something looked weird about them. I thought, okay. But then I feel like... it's starting to look all mushy in my brain. Alright, we're gonna try again. Let's do more of a plane this time. So that's... like... so I guess there's the... Draw with your whole arm, they say. It's better. Well, now I can't get a straight line. I don't know why I made it from there. Okay. A little bit lower. Okay. That eraser's too big. this like roughly the perspective that I'm working with? By that logic, I should paint with my whole arm. That's what they say. They say don't draw with your wrist, draw with your elbow or whatever. Actually. That would go like this. Does that look correct? It's just frankly no way of knowing. And then we draw a lot of lines like this, right? To make it look like, wow, that's really a grid. I'm not your mom, Wolfric. I don't know, man. Paint however you want. There we go. Okay, that looks like the correct perspective, right? In that case... Okay, I'm okay with these perspective grid, maybe. We just gotta be aware. So that means... Okay, that means I need to change some things with this sketch. Which means we're gonna liquefy tool. So these shoes actually... have to be... Wait, more higher. If they are to match the perspective. And then I'll push this one out a little bit. I'm gonna shrink this one down. That looks correct. Maybe lower? Am I confused? Maybe I'm confused. I get confused sometimes. Okay, that perspective is looking okay. Gonna make another layer. Let me know down in the comments down below if you want a lesson on perspective. And that one's gonna be even lighter, so if I turn this up, I can turn this up a little bit. And just merge it down, and then it's like that. Okay. Ah, okay, I guess, frick, I'll make another perspective grid. Sick of this crap. Then I'll design the room now. I feel like maybe I have proper perspective now. That seems like that's about, like, eye level. That seems correct. At a vanishing point. We're doing this one last time. My name is Peter Parker. I was bitten by a radioactive spider. Okay, good enough. There we go. Thank you. I take pride in my Sony animation references. Alright, it's time. Alright, so bed goes like this. Wait, bed goes like this. And we're gonna put the wall immediately, like right here. No, a little bit there. So she's leaning up onto the wall. I'm gonna actually extend this a little bit more. So the bed would now go like this. It's like there if she's kneeling. That's like decent. Okay. No, it goes up. Wow, that's a big old bed. But it follows the perspective. Here, I'm actually gonna lower it a little bit. No, okay. That's why perspective gets like it gets weird. I'm actually gonna put this below, and also this below. Okay. That looks better though, I think, because the perspective wasn't forced enough before. So, and then like, okay, so let's say the wall. I don't know, let's say the wall is like here, right? And then this is not right. So if the bed, right? Because we're seeing be like that, then off like that, then this would be the box. How's this looking? Okay. I really lower the opacity in RK right now. And then the window would be like... This perspective is really wild. Okay. Well, because if you think about it... So RJ's knees are right here. So they would roughly extend to, like, actually here. So RJ would be plenty tall enough to get into this bed. The perspective is just really, really strong, so it looks like not. Nico knees, nice. Also, hello Fox! Did I say hi to you before? I don't think I think I might have missed it. Okay, so let's put the window, like, here. And then, like, you're gonna see the underside of it. I said you're gonna see the underside of it. Wow, that's quite the underside that you're seeing of it. That doesn't feel correct. Is it? Why would you be seeing less of this, then? My brain is just fried right now. Then like this. Then we got posters. I was like, that feels like eye level, and then here we are. Like, that can't, that's... that's messed up. Okay, but here's like a poster. Holy crap. And I'll put another one here. Now maybe this is just too much. Let's turn the white back on. And let me, like... Whoa! Oh, I did not know I could do this. Whoa. I did not know that this was a thing. Holy crap. Kinda neat, though. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Was not expecting this. Okay. Anyways. That's not what I wanted at all. So here's like what the picture is gonna look like, right? If I go in here and I delete all these lines. I mean, okay, that kind of works, right? That actually does work. Still a lot, but it works. So I'm gonna keep, so I'm gonna change this one. That's too much, I think. But everything else, there's logic. Actually, yeah, the window isn't even there anymore. Alright, so let's... yeah, it's this one. I'm gonna move this one out a little bit further. If you want the perspective to be less, you move the the vanishing points away from each other. If I recall. So we're deleting him. We're gonna make him a new. We're gonna put him way over here. Which doesn't feel correct. Hold on. What if we just moved it a little bit? And then tried again. So tired. Actually, I'll keep that one around because that's connecting to there. Okay. And then erase this. Also this. So the reason it looks so weird is because our eyeline is actually supposed to be like here, so it's as if we're looking up at everything. We're pretty low to the ground. The camera is pretty low to the ground at this point. So if I would this, then yeah, it would be like this, and then that. Not that it matters, you're not even gonna be able to see that anyways. And then posters, posters. Wait, no, posters. Posters. And then I'll put like little post-it notes and crap on it. It'll be cute. Okay, so there's the room. And then if we do this again, hide this. Does that look good? I think it looks better. I think this is what we're gonna stick with. And then I gotta change the shoes either way. Okay. So I'll do that. Copy paste all this over. Oh, it was reversed. Yeah, look how it looks so weird now. Alright, deleting this. Deleting this. Haha. Okay. So dumb and little. Okay. We have to try and match them. Roughly. I think that's... Are we the bigger one? Yes. We're still the bigger one, I think. Wait, are we the smaller one now? Yeah, what the hey? No, that's like the right size, almost exactly. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. Cool. There, we did it. Old school 3D image, yeah. This is gonna take a while. Okay, never mind, there we go. Actually, I'm just gonna like... Yeah, it's okay, so it's not perfectly sized, but that's fine. We can deal with this. There's the background. Just gonna lower the opacity of this like an awful lot. And we gotta change her shoes. I'm gonna hide these away. There we go. Can you please hurry? Well, this is taking just like a second. Gosh, liquefies so slow on a big scale. It's gonna go in like this. There we go. And this has gotta be... Whoa, okay. That is real messed up, but we're not gonna worry about that. I'll fix it later. Okay. Just go in, act like everything's cool, everything's chill. Okay. Cool. We gotta fill this in again. And background. Okay, this is looking like a thing, right? We're starting to look like a little poster. And then I'll throw on people's art over there. That'll be fun. Actually, I guess I could change that into a window. Because I like the idea of there being a window, but... No, maybe I'll have the window just like, or the light source coming in like... We're just gonna like meme it for a moment, right? We just have the light source coming in like this way, right? We can just like... That'd be pretty easy to just kind of... Woohoo! It's like, wow, look, a shadow. Haha. I feel like it would kind of be like that, right? Maybe like, kind of like that-ish. Then these hands would cast a shadow more onto this leg. This line doesn't need to be here. We could kind of do this fun thing where we obscure like most of the face in shadow, or like half of it. and leave like that little like cheek thingy. The no-named girl, hello! How are you? I'm doing light sources right now myself. So I find light sources much funner than everything else. Weirdly enough. And then like the legs would be casting a shadow like here. Actually, yeah, the shadow would be like more like this. I'm doing good. I'm a bit tired today, though. As it goes. Something like that, right? Oh, and then obviously a little bit of shadow onto the wall. But not too much. More ambient occlusion. I was trying to figure out what that word was the other day, because I knew it in my head. I couldn't think of the term. I also haven't drawn on any, like, of the, like, belts and buckles and crap. Because who has the time? There, that's pretty neat, though. Thank you. I also hope that I get rest later. That would be completely obscured, right? If not, but then we're gonna pretend like it is. That's the cool thing about art, is you can fake light sources. No one ever told me this when I was learning art. You can just pretend like the light source is gonna work in that way, and then it will. Alright, so clearly, okay, we've got a form happening. A muckled RJ's chill RJ. I guess it's kind of lame without any of the like belt buckles and crap, because this is flipped. Okay, so I'm supposed to have a belt buckle like here, or a big old belt going right there. And then I drew my ring in, but I have to the art glove thingy. That would really, it's really only on, you wouldn't really see it very much except for those two lower fingers anyways, though. Okay, so basically all these fingers are in shadow. Woohoo! And that's how you do art. What the heck? There, that's cool. What if I just... No, because I need the drop shadow. That's right. Okay. So there's the light source, I guess. Ah! I'm tired, you guys. I don't want to end stream now. So I'm not going to. But I am a little wiped out. I'm gonna take a sip of water. No one to hydrate me. That's the good stuff. We could switch the stream to something else, I say, as I'm like, I'm gonna do more art streams. I don't know what I would switch to, though, that's like, as engaging. I have a lot of artwork that I need to do, actually. This is more of like a relaxation piece. That I don't have to think about as much. I have to do a live 2D animation, and then... I don't know, just other stuff, too. I have a lot of music stuff that I need to do. A lot of it's kind of out of my control, though, so... I can delete this now. What was this? Oh, that's the old room. Look how not in perspective that is. I always, like, way underestimate the amount of, like, distortion that happens in perspective. It's so funny. Look how, like... That's just, like, not enough, right? This is where it's at. What was this? Oh, that's my old perspective lines. Okay. I could do a little bit of Mario Kart. And then go back. Okay, let's do... Everyone, how would you guys feel about joining me in Mario Kart? Because I could just play by myself. Okay, if Kuro Pepper's down, I'll throw some Mario Kart. Someone summon Sobri. It's Mario Kart time. Alright, let me actually switch over really quick. If I had to switch, no problem. That's right. I'm just gonna do it for a moment as like a little break. Mario Kart. Okay. And then hide away the thingy. Where's Clip Studio? There we go. We don't need Clip Studio. Do the Elgato. I think I might actually... I bought Minecraft for the Switch recently because I like playing games on the go. So I think that's what's in it right now. Where's my Pro Controller? Why is everyone just driving by my room so loudly today? Anyways, I bought Minecraft for the Switch because I was like, this will be fun, and then I can also play with like Sugi and Ijimom and stuff like that. We don't play and Switch together. So anyways, and I was playing the Splatoon demo earlier as well. They played Mario Kart IRL, don't judge them. They're being too loud next to me while I'm trying to stream. I'm gonna close out of this demo actually. Why do my colors always get like this? Hold on. Just give me one moment, please. I do have Minecraft in. Or my Switch games. Why is everything so hard? Throw a shell at him. You got the right idea. Where's Mario Kart? Oh, there it is. I was afraid. I thought I'd lost him. Alright. There we go. There we go. Throw my Switch games right there. Let me get... Have to mute the BGM here. And where's my text? Alright, we're almost there. We're almost ready. I'm getting into the game right now. Alrighty, here we go. And transition. There! It's probably really quiet, hold on. Boop-boo. That's better. Cool. Join code is at the top if you want to hop in for a couple Mario Karts. Oh, Snowland. Sure. I'll probably just play by myself for a moment. I don't know why I'm in already. That's fine, though. Just need a mental break. Hey, is that Kuro Pepper? Hello. I won't play alone. This is all I ever wanted. Time to watch it. Mr. Mario, thank you so much for the follow, eh? Jacket Flaps. Last stream, I met someone who didn't know who Mario was. It reminded me of that. If you're here because I'm playing Mario Kart, I probably won't be playing for too long. I just needed a break from art. Yeah, they claimed they didn't know who Mario was, and I'm like, you're on Twitch on a VTuber stream. How do you not know who Mario is? I still have my doubts. I think they were memeing. Oh, Pepper, you with your boosts. I missed that coin. That's fine, though. I haven't gotten a single box, but that's okay. What did I- why would you do that? I didn't get a box yet! I'll never catch up! Why did I throw it backwards? Gosh, everything's a mess right now. Dang it. I have 0 coins. Oh, get out of here. I feel like I could do a skip right there. I'm just so good I get the coins anyways. Woo. Finally! Gosh! You had the lead for too long. Oh, frick. Well. You're memeing! Stop that. Only I'm allowed to meme here. I can't see what's happening on the chat. Oh, hello, Mr. Mario. I can't see what you're saying. The situation is too dire at this moment in time. Please don't red shell me. I need this. I'm so tired. I see chat happening. I'll say hello in a moment. Okay. He's getting an animated movie next year. Nintendo is teaming up with Illumination to make him... Yeah, Chris Pratt! Hello, BotCon. I'm only gonna do Mario Kart for a little bit, but I needed a little art break. Gosh, my body is deteriorating. But that's okay. It's fine. Who needs to be well rested? Certainly not me. New York Minute. I might as well just choose all the DLC courses, right? Honestly, though, I prefer the... so far, there's not really a course that's been speaking to me. Like even, I don't know, Coconut Mall is fun. Waluigi Pinball is fun. But I like the original courses more so far. Yeah, I fuel with Mario Kart. Today is a bit of an off day for me. And you might be like, well, if it's an off day for you, then why did you stream? I would never stream if every time it felt a little bit like an off day. I wouldn't stream. I need to push myself. You see, that's the ADHD, is the constant fatigue. I want to stream. And I like streaming. I just get tired quickly. Kuro, please listen. Why did that skip you? Stop, you're freaking me out, man. You're trying to hurt me. Frick, I panicked. Who's this Splatoon man who's getting just too close to us? Oh, frick. I can't see. Oh, but I can see that first place! Ayo! I'm just too good. Stop that. Who's doing that? That was a lane drift. No! I do like this though. No! Oh, that's a bad situation. Well, okay. It was fun. All these tour courses have the same gimmick. Like, not the fact that, like, they're all real places, that's a given. But, like, they're all like, ooh, we're gonna change the way the course works every single time. Look how cool we are. And I'm like, it's not cool if you do it with every single tour course. If you need to get some cheer out of stream. Yeah. Yeah. It's like I might as well do art when I'm streaming. No, there's the Sydney one, sure. I'm figuring out exactly what I want to do with streaming right now. And frankly, in terms of like analytics and stuff, my art streams do just much better than any of my other streams. So I could just keep streaming art only and then shoot a video game like when I do collabs and stuff like that. And here I am playing a video game anyways. Yeah, why? I think it's how they implement the variations from the original game. Well, yeah. I'm more judgmental of the fact that they keep putting in tour courses. Hello, Pan. How are you? Yeah, I mean, like, I draw by, like, putting down, like, one line, then watching a 40-minute video essay, then putting down another, like, couple lines, and then finding a new, like, video series to watch. I really, like... You know, you hear all these, like, news... You hear in the news, like, about all these, like, how, like... people are destroying their brains because of this new fast content, whatever. You know, just, like, constantly, like, fighting for people's attention. And I'm like, I am absolutely victim to that. I am the people they're talking about when they're like, we're ruining everyone's brain. I am who they're talking about. Yeah, anyways, I like the idea of the tour courses. But they're kind of all the same gameplay-wise, though. I don't know, that Mario Kart needs differences gameplay-wise. But, you know, I like when courses have, like, kind of gimmicks. No, please give me a break. No! I don't know, Cheese Land is fun because of that final stretch is just absolutely wild. And then, well, I have to respect Baby Park, I guess, because it does something different. The Japanese one, the Tokyo Drift one. Dang it. Or the ninja one. I do like the ninja. I like that one in theory too, but it's a really broken track. Also, can you stop? Oh my gosh. Someone took the bullet from me. Did you guys see that? But yeah, the ninja course is all the way. It's just so broken. They didn't execute it very well. Same with the Fall Guys looking course. The Sunday one. It's like, it's all sort like gravity is like different depending on No, I shouldn't have gone for that. Woo, I'll go for this one though. Woohoo! Yay! Yeah, the gravity on the Sunday one is just all messed up. It like acts like you'll be a bit more floaty in some places and like go right to the ground in other places. Social media has kind of wired a lot of people to change or chase validation from others. Yeah. I'm a similar kind of thing. I'm more talking about like the shorts content or like TikTok and stuff where you're constantly like looking for short form content to fuel your brain, and it's just there's no like there's no like breaks. You just like watch it. There's like no pause, you know. You just watch one, scroll to the next one, and it's just constant like information or like it's just constant noise going into your brain and constant entertainment, which ruins people's attention spans. And I'm already prone to a ruined attention span because I have ADHD. So it's a bad situation for me. I don't really watch that much shorts content though, so maybe I'm safe from that specifically. But other forms of entertainment, like the fact that I always have to have some YouTube video on while I work, I'm sure that's ruining my brain. I've been told it's better to work with like something like less engaging mentally. So like, are you sure you want to do that? That's what I thought. Like the lo-fi study play or live streams, those are acceptable, I think, because it's just not as mentally engaging. But stuff like my video essays about why Arcane writes women correctly, that's too engaging because I'm taking in like information while I'm also accomplishing a task, and it's ruining my attention span. That's what they say. That's what the people say. Doctors or whoever, I don't know. So I have to be better about that, actually. I did it for a period of time where I would only listen to like jazz playlists or something. Why did they do it to Calamari Desert? Why did they change Calamari Desert to like, it's like each lap is different. Anyways. Oh, it's the train. Hello. Ah! Why don't they put in Moo arms? It's because they're cowards, that's why. Did I just go right through? Screw that. I can't see what you're saying. Give me a moment. Oh, please. Oh, just give me a big fat break. Stop. I'll kill you. No! Gosh, everything sucks. No, it's right there. Frick, a computer's gonna win. Oh, gosh. Pepper, what just happened? I have stream on painting my models and music. Ah, got you, yeah. I'm always watching these things called VTubers. Yeah, Bakan, you know what's up, Bakan. Yeah, you ever play a video game, watch a YouTube video, have a stream up, listen to music, and be in a Discord call? Yeah. They made a secret route from the N64 version an integral part. Well, it's like, I kind of just like the secret routes, you know? I like them being secret. Like, obviously everyone's gonna take them. CPU destroyed us. Yeah, that was really unfortunate there. I don't know, I'm salty and old though. I played a bit of I'll do Wildwoods. I do like Wildwoods. I played a bit of Mario Kart 64 somewhat recently, and boy, those like every single course, well not every, they're like 5 minutes long. They're so long. Like I think Rainbow Road is like 7 to 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. They just go on forever. You know, like the 64 Rainbow Road remake in this game, like how it's like one continuous course. That's just one lap. In the 64 version, it's... Oh, shoot. Well... I'm sorry, I got distracted by the guard being the guard from, like, DS games. Oh, have we talked about my Wii U? The fact that I have one now? I mentioned it... I mentioned wanting one. on stream a while back. And then, mutual of mine, Wallow, he DM'd me and he was like, listen, I got an extra one, and it's a Zelda one. And I was like, say less. So, I now have a Wii U, and it's a Zelda one. Yeah. And I'm not gonna turn that down. I know, Red Widow, you're like, emulators are better, and you're probably right. But it's a Zelda Wii U. You know? oh, please. Oh, please. So, yeah, it's not like boxed or anything, but it was in good condition. So I'm vibing with the Zelda Wii U. I gotta buy games for it. I didn't know I could buy the DS games on the Wii U. It makes sense. But I'm super stoked about that. Because I was wondering how I was gonna go back playing the DS games. But yeah, I just have to buy them all before the store dies. So I actually need to make a little bit of money. Am I gonna get it? Yeah! I've been trying to get better at that shortcut. Oh shoot, that was a mistake. Okay, actually it's fine. This is fine. This is fine! Go! No, 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 no. Oh, frick. Okay, well, that was my bad. If I die now, it's only on me. I only have myself to blame. I think Inkling tripped over my banana. Isn't even necessarily as better. Emulate just the actual console is a waste. Yeah, fair. I'm happy with mine. The fact that it's, well, first of all, it's the Zelda one. I'd pay a lot of money for a Zelda anything. And also the fact that I had to pay only shipping for it. So I was pretty happy with it, and I'll buy all the games and stuff. Let me think. I need to buy Wind Waker. I think, well, I can buy some of the games like physical copies. Like I could buy Wind Waker physical. I'll try to get as many physical copies as I can because I don't know why. That means more to me. Yeah, the Wii U is a great way to play some old Game Boy Advance titles in kind of current gen consoles. Oh, fair. Surprised Nintendo hasn't ported a lot of their handheld titles over to the Switch. Yeah. It's a bummer. Why would you hit me? Alright, I'll do, like, one more after this, and then I'll go back to art. But yeah, I'm excited about the Wii U. Once I get my next commission, announcements about commissions will be happening, at some point soon. It's not probably gonna be what you all think. I don't know if I need to keep it a secret, but I will, because why not? Actually, probably none of you will buy it from me anyways. But I was thinking, like, so I would like some money, like, soon. So I'm like, maybe I'll just open up, like, one art commission slot. And it will be, like, not first come, first serve. Why with the blue shells? Let me think. I lost my train of thought. Oh shoot, well you know what, my bad. Good for you, I get it, whatever. Give me a mushroom, give me a mushroom, give me a mushroom, give me a mushroom! Yeah, baby! Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't worry, don't worry. No, I should've. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, that sucked. That was my bad. Oh shoot, well, that's fine. Frick! Why did that happen? Well, now everything's really bad. Oh, never mind. Wait, no, everything's bad. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Woo-hoo-hoo! Gosh, no! Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Shouldn't have waited, shouldn't have waited. Whoa, okay. Get out of here. This battle is not between... I'm coming for you. No! Okay, thank goodness. I'll take it, I'll take it. Yeah, no, I might... Okay, so here's the deal with commissions. I'm opening up rigging commissions kind of soon. Kind of rigging commissions soon. But they're a little bit more, it's a bit more specific, I guess. And also, I don't know if you guys knew I don't know who all is interested, but I'll say it here anyways, just so it's out into the world. I don't know who all knows anything about my old prices, but I've raised them by a lot. Because I deserve it, dang it, I rigged It's Timmy. So, it's not first come, first serve, as in I'll look at people who are interested and I'll choose my favorite. Anyways, my live 2D commissions have gone up by a lot. I think the current price that I'm like, settling on is 1,200 for a base full body model. And then I'll open up like half body as well, but nothing less than a half body. If you have a bust up model, then I'm only, it's all half body. Anything less is still a half body. You give me a head to rig, half body. Because it's all like, it all gets very similar. Like the amount of work that I have to do between like head rigging or like, you know, between half body rigging and like bust up rigging. It's all the same. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lower my price to rig slightly less torso. But yeah, more details will be on that later. I have to finish up something before I officially go live with this next batch of commissions, but because I do need money in the meantime, I might open up a single art commission. And then just get all my money up front for that one. We'll see. I need to figure out illustration prices too. It'd be fun to make like, why a blue shell this early? It'd be fun to make like little PNGs for people. I feel like I'd be decent at that. I think maybe I could skip through those. Like, I forget if you need a mushroom to take that one path. I don't think you do. The trees really throw me off, I'm not gonna lie. Someone's trying to bomb me, I heard that. I heard that crap. Alright, after this one... No, I kinda wanna keep playing Mario. I'll play a couple more. Oh gosh, with this again! Stop! Gosh! I can't lose to the computers. I think I used to be better at Mario Kart, and then I got worse. Oh, that's not gonna help me, though. Okay, I just gotta drift better than this computer. Did I get him? Did I get him? Maybe I did. I don't know. Cool, though. How many animations does that come with? Why am I getting Discord notifications? It comes, so the base rig is gonna come with 3 free expressions, I think, but no free animations. Animations will cost like probably 50 to 100 depending on what it is. I think I got screwed over by one of my green. Oh, fair. Green shells are more brutal than red shells. Red shells are like, okay, whatever, it's a honing missile, and there's nothing I can do to avoid it. But if you get hit with like a green shell, it's like, that's on you, right? For not dodging it or whatever. Blue shell needs removed. Well, I get it, right? Because you want to kind of even the playing field a little bit. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm thinking about doing commissions. I don't think I'll ever do music commissions, though. Unfortunately. I'm too dumb and emotional about music. Not like a... I just, like... I get really, like... not bummed out. But I get, like... demotivated, I guess. When it comes to working on, like music that I'm not like fully invested in. So like a lot of times I'll wanna like people will, or I did 2 BGM commissions. I've done 2 BGM commissions ever. Sugi's and Ryan's don't count because it's easier for me to make to do music for friends. But it's just because like I have I don't know, I guess a specific style of music that I like to make. And then it gets like I get stressed out trying to factor in what like people want. Because music like when I write BGMs, it's more like it's not like doing an art commission. It's more like doing a character design commission. And I also struggle doing those for people. Oh frick, that sucked. Okay. But yeah. I feel like a lot of the times, like... Well, what ends up happening is I'll change, my music. So if I'm making a BGM for someone, I'll change it to their tastes. But then it's no longer necessarily, like, my tastes. Why? Do the 3 bananas do that? It's no longer my taste, so it's no longer something that I'm happy with. Yeah, whatever. So I just like have this song that I've made. Someone else might be happy with it, but I'm not, which makes me not want to do music commissions anymore. Or it's demotivating, and when it comes to making music, like, completely. Like, because then it's just, yeah, it doesn't want it makes me not want to make music. When I make something that's not to, like, that I'm not happy with. Because I kind of take that personally. Like, that I feel that, like, on a more emotional level, probably than I should. But, like, if I'm not making music that I like, then, I don't know, it hurts me deep down. It's too much work to factor in. I think other people can do it. Other musicians can do it better than I can. Doesn't that happen with art too? Absolutely. Yeah, that's... Yes. For me, with character design commissions. I'll try and design characters for people, but the designs aren't really within my tastes. So again, I get very demotivated, and then I just have this character that I'm not proud of. Which is, well, I don't do character design commissions because they're just a lot of work. But with art, generally, like with a commission, they give you a reference sheet, or, you know, something like that. And then you just gotta, like, draw it. And you have to, like, come up with a pose and a composition and stuff, but, like, the aesthetic is kind of all there, and you don't have to work for that. Whereas with BGM making, you're coming up with the aesthetic based off of, I guess, personality vibes? I don't really know. I would ask you to make a BGM, but that's because I know you aren't into metal or anything like that. Yeah. I don't even know how I would begin to make metal. I don't play guitar, and I feel like that's a big part of metal. And I'm also not great with drums. I'll get better someday. I should have taken into account he was gonna take that box. But I'm the better driver, so screw you. So check this out, I can do this. Woo! You don't need a mushroom for that jump. There's some skillful driving. Ow. That's what I thought. Don't get in my way. Guys, look, Mixie's playing Splatoon. Oh, with the blue shell, why? Yeah, it's a bummer I don't do BGM commissions, because I really do want to do more music. But then I have a high standard for myself, too, so I'm really just like, it's self-destructive is what it is. So I'll never ever get, like, projects done with this mindset. So I just need to get over myself. I wish I could buy my keyboard. I mean, with recent, like, political news, that's gonna happen a lot faster. Thank goodness. Holy crap! So yeah, I can put all of my extra money into my piano now. And that's cool. That's kind of neat. What if someone handed you a character design and money? Hold on. I'll read that in a moment. What do you do your devices to create a BGM? In theory, yes, I feel like I could do that. But, like, if I were to actually do that, it would be a matter of me worrying about whether that person would be happy with what I produce. Yeah, it's just like, I don't want to, like, since, you know, I'm not, like, I'm doing something, it's more, I'm making something to my own tastes. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, no, Curl Pepper. I'd commission you for a BGM for a game, maybe, if you do ever open them up. I do want to make music for a video game someday. That's always, like, that's what I wanted to do when I was, like, a kid, you know, and they're like, what are your career goals, RJ? And I'm like, I would like to be a video game music person. I want to make video game music. And yeah, growing up with Zelda will do that too. But yeah, that's still on the bucket list for me. That's definitely something that I'm interested in doing. Yeah. I also need to get, like, better at, like, doing other kinds of, like, other genres of music. Because I have, like, this kind of genre that I can do. Like, I can do, I don't know, my style's very video gamey, because that's what I grew up wanting to do. So I got used to making video gamey sounding music. So even the songs that I've been producing, I feel like are very video gamey. Get out of here. Dry Bowser? You're not helping the situation. Thank goodness for Waluigi Pinball. Did I pick this one? We probably both did. Stop! Rude. It's just rude. Learn to drift. Stop with the fire. No! I need to do more music. Oh shoot, that's coming for me! Oh no! That's a rough situation. Just stop! Frick! That was tragic. Oh my gosh. Leave me alone! Oh, Pepper, hello. Why are you going so slow? Dumbo? Not you, Pepper. Is it faster to go, like, to really go into that, like, inside corner, or is it faster to take the outside with the boosts? It's probably about the same, right? Oh no, no! Frick! I'm gonna get you. I'm coming for you. That was my bad. Oh gosh. Okay, well, have fun miles ahead. Oh, I don't know what these speeds are useful for. I saw that, okay. Oh, frick. Okay, well, that's fine, though. You stay away from me. You got bigger, so much faster than I did. That's what she said? Never mind. It's not worth. Not worth what I've said. Get out of here with that. Oh, frick. Not again. Frick! Not again! Okay, 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 okay. I feel like Waluigi Pinball maybe is a good place to stop for today. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yippee! Okay. RJ outplayed. Where? When? Clip it, because I don't remember. Sugi's theme and Ryan's BGM sped up to that many and slightly pitched up would be great options for menu themes. Alrighty, I'll stop Marioing for now. Okay. Woohoo! That was a fun little break, though. Ah, I'm really excited about this song that I'm currently working on. You guys probably will not hear it for a very long time, though. Just based off of 1, how I am, and 2, how I plan on releasing this song. Because I wanted to have a really good video. Alright, anyways. Back to art. Where is my music? Turn it back on. It's ridiculous. We look forward to hearing your music, though. Thank you. I need to find a vocal mixer, I think. Just like... yeah, I just need to find someone who I can pay to do the vocal mix, because I just feel like I'm not gonna get it done. So I should come to terms with that. Because I'd like to be... It's nice saying that you did everything yourself, but to some extent I think I need to rely on other people a little bit. Yeah, I got the background started and everything is looking better now, I feel like. Yeah. Alright, Red Widow, DM me after stream ends and we can talk more business. Okay, so now I'm just gonna detail. So I'll keep the posters like that, I guess. Hold on, let me... So I could DM my friends right now and be like, send me art to make into posters. And they would be like, yeah, okay. I could do that, actually. Maybe I'll do that. Because I think Mixie and Seo might both be online. Ah, neither of them are. Well, Seo's always offline. We'll see. I don't need to fill in the posters now. Here's something I need to get better at. Shading forms. What goes through your head here? I will say, I appreciate that you've noticed that, because I've spent a lot of time, here, I can give another, like, go at it and kind of explain. I'll put it at 30% again, roughly. Okay, good enough. So, I'm gonna have my light source come in kind of from, like, you know, like, I don't know. Kind of, from behind the camera and then slightly to the right. That's where that's gonna come from. So, oh shoot, you're right, Nash. Get out of here with your sass, first of all. And second of all, thanks for letting me know about the stream category. Okay, it's better now. Okay, so shading forms. First of all, it's helpful to... You gotta have knowledge of 3D shapes a little bit. And obviously the form itself is very 3D as it is. But you're never gonna... Something to keep in mind is that you're never gonna get it exactly 100% accurate as to how it would look in real life. Okay, there you go, I guess. So you can kind of wing it and then feel okay with yourself. So, first of all, light is gonna be hitting... Or actually, what I could do... I'm gonna clip this right here, actually. So let's say... Let's just, block in where the light's gonna be hitting instead of where the shadows are gonna fall. So it's coming from well, now the left, but you know, the right side, not flipped. So it's gonna be hitting the side of the thigh right here. And then like also like a lot on the leg here. And since it's also coming from the left, we're gonna like, it's gonna be showing off a lot of the shoe, and then since it's also coming from it a bit above, it's gonna show off the whole top of the shoe. And this one a little bit too, but then this shoe is gonna be dropping a shadow onto that shoe, so slightly less. And same with here, since the leg is gonna be dropping a shadow a little bit. That's how kind of that's gonna work. And then because of ambient occlusion, and that big old word or I don't know, words mean that like the light won't hit the deepest, darkest crevices. So like in this knee right here, it's gonna get darker. Even if light, I don't know, technically would be hitting there. I don't know. And then light's gonna be hitting the side of the torso here as well, and probably quite a bit of like the actual torso. I'm not accounting for drop shadows just yet. I'll do that later. So light's gonna be hitting like roughly like here. And there's gonna be like a Terminator kind of. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of taking into... This part gets a little bit trickier because, you know, it's gonna like... The light's gonna stop hitting this side of the torso at some point, but it's hard to indicate exactly when. Gonna be lurking because cough is... Oh no, have a Hall's cough drop. And then let me see, like, pretty much all the arm is gonna be in the light. And then, like, most of, like, shoulder and stuff like that, too. And then here's where you can get a little bit more stylized. So the back of the hand is probably gonna get hit by the light a bunch, right? And I guess maybe the top of this hand would here, too. And then the thumb would be taking a bit of light. Not like... I don't know, a whole lot, but yeah. Something like that. But these fingers might not be, because they're kind of facing lower. I don't know. They're more obscured, I guess. So those fingers would probably not so much be in light. And then let me see. The hair, so like, I don't know. Like, the whole head, actually, like, this half of it is gonna be... It's gonna be divided in half, roughly. Where the light and shadow is gonna be. So I'm just gonna, like, kind of blob onto the hair. Roughly, I don't know, like this, because this part's gonna be pretty obscured in shadow. You know, and then the headphone, well, drop shadows, I guess. Yeah, it won't matter as much. Actually, this part's gonna be a little bit more obscured. Alright, and then the face. Again, there's that like line down the middle. See, the mistake I usually make, I draw my shaded areas according to the direction of the light source, but tend not to account for other forms being in... Yeah, that's something you gotta practice. That's something, as in, like, it's not like a technique you can just learn and then, like, master in a day. It takes a lot of practice. Also, just add a bit more form to the hair. You know, just like some little shadows like this. And let me see. I know the face shape, like usually like around here, pokes out a little bit more. And then I also drew in this little like cheek thing right here. That's more stylized anime though. The face might not necessarily do that. And then for the eye right here. And then the rest of the face you can just kind of fill in. I'm gonna leave the little spot under the eyebrow darker though. But all this, yeah. And then I'll fill in this eye right here too. Well, maybe not so much. But yeah, and then you count for drop shadows. We'll see if I can apply the... What the... Oh, knowledge. I get it. Okay. To my Spidey... Yeah. It really is like... Yeah, you just gotta... You gotta do a lot of 3D shapes. There, and then drop shadows. Those are fun. So you take the moon and you actually kind of did it already. Basically, the hand would be casting a bit more shadow there. I think what I did here, because I forgot to like account for the boobs, so we're gonna unshade those, I guess. And then you add the drop shadow of the arms, because the light source is going this way, the shadow is gonna be going this way. Roughly like this. It's like about the same as what I had it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta, yeah, there's some muscles and things and stuff. Okay. So, I'm gonna draw in the rest of everything now. Gonna add detail to the bed because I don't sleep on a box. According to light source first, then add the stuff in the way. Yeah. That's kind of, actually, I could give you some resources. Mark Brunette on YouTube. I'll link him in my, I think I've talked about him before for sure. He has one video specifically where he talks about like kind of there's two, like, okay, hold on, Mark Brunette. He has really fantastic videos on anatomy and also shading. So, the main one, he talks a lot about like a few different ways you can shade. The first way you can shade is with ambient occlusion, where basically you only shade in like the deep dark crevices, and he's like, this is a super like, this is a valid way to shade. And I'm like, that's nice. And then also with like a strong light source, you can shade that way. But by combining the two is where you get like more realistic shading. Yeah, I'd say strive less for realistic and more for like stylized accuracy. I just go on his channel, ambient occlusion, imagining I spelled it correctly. Here's one of the first videos I saw of his. Yeah, okay. I'll put that in the art channel in my server. So here's this guy's way of shading. He does grayscale to color the, I mean, which is kind of similar to what I've done here. Actually, I can show you. So, yeah, I do something similar to what he does. I don't block in the ambient occlusion as much when I'm blocking in color. I kind of just, I add it in as I'm coloring. Let me show you, actually. Yeah, let me... So I can show you what I did with Sugi's. With the drawing I did with Sugi recently. Actually, let me really quick. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right one. Yeah, okay. So, oh, fun fact, frick. Did you know that your nose never stops growing throughout your entire life? There you go. So here's what I did with Sugi's drawing. Let's get rid of all this color really quick. Don't ignore all that. Let me see. So, yeah. I had... Oh, I forgot to... Well, we're not gonna worry about that right now. So let's really quick delete all of my, you guys can't really see my layers very well. Yeah, your nose never stops growing throughout your entire life. That's what I've heard, at least. Alright, we're gonna delete all the shading. I wanted to stream this drawing, but I couldn't, because it was a surprise, actually. Actually, what about this? What's happening here? Oh, okay. What about this? Oh, nah, that needs to be clipped. Okay, okay, okay. This hair was like tricky because there's like a really strong light source. Anyways, actually I think I have a speed paint of this drawing. Oh, and then the little flappy things are up here, right? Yeah. There, okay. Wait, yes. So I started this drawing by I had all the flat colors in, right? And then I put a multiply layer over everything. Like, you know, just to establish the light source. And then after that, I blocked in color based off of this like blocking in that I did. So you can see kind of like my process there. It's obviously this is all rendered, so you can't see the full process. I did save a speed paint of this. So I could show you that. And then, you know, this is like the initial like blocking in with some ambient occlusion, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, you know, it's rendered. And then, you know, I added a darker shadow. What is this? Oh, blush. What is this? Oh, is this just darker blush? I think it's the little blush lines. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't merge that down. Usually I merge that down. And then, yeah, that's all the layers I have for the skin. And then it ended up looking kind of like this. Like after everything got rendered. Which is kind of neat. Let me see. Maybe I could actually show the speed paint on the stream. Let me see. Let me delete this really quick. I remember that. Okay, anyways, let me... I think I could just throw it on, actually. Let me see. Media source, right? We can just, like, watch it together really quick. So I already saved it. Let me see. Yeah, here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, whoa. Hold on. We gotta size this properly. There. And then I'll pause it at moments so you can, I don't know, I'll explain the process. Now you put that into context, more visual example, it helps. Yeah. So, full picture, play. So, flats, nothing too special. Sugi has a lot of transparent bits on her, and that's annoying. And that's all I wanted to say. So there's me blocking in color, stuff like that. And then you can see me, like, basically I use that as my, my blueprint for how I block in color. So after that, I go in, block color everywhere. I don't render, I just block in color, like, to all of my sources. And then I, like, render them later. So yeah, now you can see me coloring, like, rendering all the skin. And then I render all the hair. The hair took me a long time. You can tell I'm really going back and forth with it. And then rendering the sleeves. The sleeves was a bit... Well, yeah. Basically, I do all the fun little, like, extra details after I block in all the color. There's the eyeballs and all that. Hair. Oh yeah, and then I have to... all these stupid little transparent bits on Sugi. Water's really fun to draw. I didn't do it properly, though. I think I messed up. I don't think it looks very good, honestly. Anyways, there it is. That was the whole speed paint. I'll delete this source now. So you don't use multiply when adding the final shade colors. Usually I try not to. Not because it's, like, bad. Honestly, multiply is, like, fine. But I like to use normal layers as much as possible. Just so I can kind of control the color. I can control the color, you know? But it's not bad to use multiply. I use it as you know, as my blueprint. So you can actually see all the colors. And sometimes I'll color pick from the blueprints when it comes to, like, choosing, like, shadow colors and stuff like that. No, you're good. I like talking about my process. more than I like doing my process. But yeah, that's the strat. And that's kind of I picked up a lot of my shading technique somewhat recently, based off of like other people's shading techniques and like whatever. But yeah. Feel free to ask me more questions about art. I've stopped art streams before just so I can make an art tutorial for people. It's fun, yeah, no problem. I want to do more music theory streams also. Those like take preparation though, because I want to do like lesson plans. Okay, back to business though. Now I get to draw in details. I'll just draw like this, I guess. That's like halfway through. Well, first I'll draw the base. And then that's like halfway. And I'll draw... I don't know why I'm drawing the bed frame and then I'll draw the... Well, I guess it makes sense, yeah. Okay, I'll give myself a break. And that's where that would go, and then this wall keeps going. To like there, okay. And then... I feel like maybe I should have like something else on the ground. Like, let me see, where's RJ? I don't know, maybe I just like throw something here. So I could have the... I need like pillows and stuff on the bed. And I'll have the jacket draping off maybe. Yeah, okay. So I'll have it draping off like here, kinda. I'm using such a thin pen now. Remember to what? Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks for that one. And save. Oh, fair. I will save now. Thank you. Not something I need help with, but how do you come up with your poses? Let's mess around. Okay. Let me see. Actually, hold on one moment. I don't want to spoil this, so I need to change some details really quick. I came up with these poses last night. Kind of just based off of, just like observation and what I think would be cute. Let me see. Here's how I draw a pose. Start with the head always. Usually I'll start with a circle, but sometimes I'll draw like the full detailed head first, and then like draw a little, and I usually only draw girls, so this is how I draw girls. Draw the rib cage, draw the hips after that. Let me see, this isn't like very good though. And then I kind of just, I always, hold on, I'll make this smaller so I can actually draw a full pose in there. Then the legs will change every single time I go to draw legs, but usually I just kind of draw like lines and kind of indicating the gesture. Legs are fun to draw though. And then I'll shape them better. I always draw arms last. And once I got the legs in, feet you can really like make dynamic. Or you can hold on. Gotta abuse the liquefy tool. One moment. So yeah, so you can the feet will help with making the pose really dynamic, so I can do, you know, just like this, you know, or something, or I can do this, you know, kind of. Right? Anyways, there's something a little stupid, a little fun. Yeah. I like drawing legs, because you got the two masses, right? Yeah, that's not very good. Okay, so let's draw a straight line, and let's say this is a leg. And then you can like say, okay, that's the knee. Legs are just S curves. Right? They're just kind of like, woo. I mean, it depends on the leg, obviously, but generally, legs kind of go like this. Then you got the foot. And bingo bongo, there's a leg. And just go, woohoo, leg. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do line of action when I draw my poses. I kind of just blob in some shapes. And then, yeah, arms go on last. And then if it's a walking pose, then the arms need to go opposite of the... I don't know, you know, of the legs. Oh, something like that. I didn't draw the arms very well. Actually, no, that one can stay. And I'll just have this one be like a... You gotta bend the elbow. That's where you go when the arm's going forward. There. I don't know, something like that, right? Or in this case, I don't like that very much, so what I'm gonna do is raise the arm up. Say hello. I like that more. I used to have really, really messy sketches. I don't know when that changed. Like, I actually don't. I used to use this, like, well, only recently, well, I feel like it's recently, but probably more like a year ago at this point, did I start sketching without pressure sensitivity. And then I'm constantly erasing now, too. I don't know why. And I'll make the head angle this way as well, so it kind of counters the shoulders. It kind of counters the rest of the pose, and that's fun for composition. Let me see, I used to sketch, like, really, really thick. Like, I would just sketch with, like, this size of pen. I'd go like this. You know? And that's just too big. And then I wouldn't clean up my lines, so I just kind of like... I'd like draw in like mass like that. And then, yeah, I wouldn't like erase or anything. So it'd be really hard to like distinguish where my, I don't know, like reference points and stuff were. Now I'm constant. It helps that my pen has like a toggle eraser, like I can just kind of go back and forth really quick. But sometimes if I click it quickly, it just kind of stays. But basically I can just go like, I can draw lines, right? And then I can just go in really quick, erase, and then draw lines again. I think that was really a changing point, how that was probably, that helped a lot with making my sketches cleaner. Getting used to like toggling back and forth between my eraser very quickly. But yeah, that's my process for poses. If it's if it's like a perspective pose, then let me think. Let's see, let's say this person is like woohoo, and their shoulders like here, right? I don't know, just kind of like grow the arm. And then, like... Not very good at perspective. Right? Something like that. I drew this all on the... Hold on, let me, like, separate this so it's more clear. Yeah, I've been trying to get better at foreshortening. Let me see. Right, because then the pose would kind of go like this. This is like Spider-Man, right? This is Bot Convoy flavored. And then, I don't know, the face would go like this. Woohoo! There's something fun, right? And then if you want it to look like better foreshortening, you can add these little, like, you know. I don't hate that, actually. But, yeah. I wing it. That's what I do. I do lots of practice, lots of poses, and then from there I'm able to wing it. Yeah! Spider-Man! I was already paying. Now you're paying more. Yeah! Anyways, those are... Sometimes it's weird for me, and maybe it's an ADHD thing. Some days I'm better at drawing poses, and then some days I can't do it. Like, I drew these last night. I thought they turned out pretty good. These turned out okay as well. Also similar to the salt. Oh my gosh, I forgot about him. Yeah, there's the salt. There you go. Hold on, we can really expand this. If I just go like this, right? Actually, hold on. So if I just go like, you know. Right, that's fun. I need to make him even smaller to fit the pose that I'm thinking of here. There. Oh, something like that. Oh, he is beauty, he is grace. He got really thick legs. That's an accident. I'll make them a little bit more. There. It's mostly that calf. Well, the foot actually is still a little... And then, I don't know, this arm would be going like, There we go. How's that for you? How to get RJ sidetracked 101. I have ADHD. I'm always sidetracked. You see, that's my secret. Anyways. Back to this. So this is like my jacket draping over, right? But then we also got to take perspective into account, because boy, is it here. So like the zipper would be like here and be going out. Actually, I feel like you'd be able to see the bottom of this one very well. What does my jacket look like? Okay, I just need that as... I realize I have a reference of me right to the left, but I just let me have this. Oh, you know, I'll have the, like, sleeve poking out here too. That'd be kind of fun, right? There. Yeah, now it's like real. Woohoo! And then this would all be holographic, right? You're looking at yourself in the mirror instead of using a picture of yourself for reference. Yeah, exactly. I'm just an artist, okay? This is just what artists do. I'm actually gonna copy paste this so I don't lose the original. Okay. Now I'll have to put something... like, so that looks like my jacket, and then if it's RJ here... yeah, that's decently sized, I feel like. And yeah, it'd be nice to have something on the floor there. What would be good on the floor? I'll have to think about that. Okay. I think, though, this is probably decent progress for today. We goofed off, we did some Mario Kart, did some other sketches. But for now, I think we can call it a stream. That's a decent amount of stream. Here, I'll get big. Thanks everyone for watching my stream. Who are we gonna raid? Who's alive? Let me check Discord actually. Boop 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 boo. Ooh, Snarky's streaming. Hold on. We can give Snarky a raid. Who's beating me up? Why would you do that now? Bakan! For why? Alright, just give me a second. Let me... let me get Snarky ready to raid. Snarky! I don't know if you guys were all here. Oh, they're playing Fortnite right now. But, they're also an artist. They do, a lot of channel art for Cinnabonic, who was here in chat earlier. Let me see. That was the wrong command. Okay. There. Yeah. Okay, thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll stream again, probably pretty soon. But yeah. Goodbye.